adventurers. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a lore dump or an info dump on my Custom World of Sirithel. So if you guys are curious about that, go ahead and stay tuned. If you're not, go ahead, leave. It's fine. So today we're going to be talking about the theocracy of the Aleoch Isles Theocracy. Specifically, we're going to talk a little bit more about the kingdom in general, and we're spitballing some numbers that might not seem right. I didn't fact check everything. I just kind of threw numbers out there, and so don't expect this to be 100% accurate or seem right. I apologize. It was just trying to piece some information together to try and make some statistical information for the theocracy of the Aleoch Isles. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? So let's make big me disappear, little me appear, and let's bring up the Aleoch Isles Theocracy. So the Aleoch Isles Theocracy is 50,000 square miles, 100 people per square. Those are some numbers that I kind of just spitballed. I didn't fact check it or anything like that. Or not fact check it, but I didn't do the math to decide whether or not that should be as accurate or not, or it's been a long time since I did it, so apologies if something doesn't seem right or if that seems outlandish or something like that. It is ruled by the Lochs. That is what the citizens are called of the Aleoch Isles Theocracy. Language is Elion, but as you might remember, there was another language, an older language of it. I haven't put it on this page, but it is under languages, and it is founded by Cole Aleoch. The Aleoch Isles Theocracy covers an area of 50,000 square miles. Of this, 59%, 29,000 square miles is arable land, and 40%, 20,000 square miles is wilderness. The Aleoch Isles Theocracy has a total population of 5 million people. The largest city has a population of 35,000 people, the second largest 29,000, the third largest 10,000. There are no other cities of note in the kingdom and 18 towns. The remaining population lives in numerous small villages, isolated dwellings, etc. The Aleoch Isles Theocracy has 100 active castles and 35 ruins. Of these, 85 castles and 27 ruins are in the civilized lands, and 15 castles and 8 ruins are in the wilderness, along borders, etc. Just in case you guys are curious, I looked at similar information in Pathfinder. Pathfinder talked about cities in a couple other books that I looked at, and they had information like this in there, so I just did information like this as well. Then there is Luquil, capital of the Aleoch Isles. Population of 29,444. The city of Luquil covers an area of approximately 485 acres with a total population of 29,000 people. The population is largely beastmen races at 30%, with smaller numbers of humans at 20%, elves at 15%, orcs at 15%, hobgoblins at 10%, half-elves at 5%, and half-orcs at 5%. The city's gold piece limit is 100,000 gold. That is based off of, if I remember right, that is based off of the real money house rules. It may seem very low, but with real money house rules, it's actually quite a bit. Anything, whether it be mundane or magical, having a price under that limit is most likely available for purchase. The total amount of available coinage or total value of any given item of equipment for sale at any given time is 147,220,000 gold piece value. And that one is based off of, if I remember right, that one is based off of the default prices. So there is a lot of items of value throughout the entire capital and stuff like that, and it all adds up to that. The Aleoch Isles Theocracy has 4 great powers within its borders: a conventional lawful good, a conventional lawful neutral, another conventional lawful neutral, and a magical lawful neutral. The Aleoch Isles coins are called the shells. I kind of say it here, but I don't describe them perfectly. They are circular coins with holes in the middle, square holes in the middle. Shells are the Aleoch Isles minted coin. The copper shell on one side has the writing around the hole in the coin. This piece is a verse that is carved on all of the 24 pillars of Aleoch. We shall never fall. And on the other side is a landscape picture going around the hole of all the pillars. The silver shell on one side has a verse from the Aleoch Isles history said by the hero of Aleoch, "In our sins we strive." And on the other side is the guardian serpent eating its own tail to show that we must feed and care for ourselves. The gold shell on one side has a holy verse from the worship of the Aleoch and the fallen six. 6 killed 6, only 1 will suffer. And on the other side is 2 gold imperial dragons chasing each other to signify that it's pointless to fight one another. The platinum shell on one side has the final words of the hero of Aleoch Isles, "One day we shall return." It is believed that this saying means the 13 heroes will return to tear the world down with another war, but few believe this means the Aleoch and this fallen 6 will be the only ones to return to reunite the world once again. And on the other side is a picture of the hero of the Aleoch's weapon of choice, the serrated whip, going around the hole. So there we go. There's just a little bit more in-depth information on the coins. With real money, I wanted to do more in-depth information on the coins. I thought it would add character to the world and stuff like that, and maybe some riddles or quests to be done based on these things, like searches and stuff like that could be based on knowledge on the coins and so on and so forth. Aleoch Isles shell is the weakest coin in Sirithel. Its coin is worth 64% of the Hone's Cuts, which is the default generic coin of the realm, and is 100 coins to a pound. It has been minted multiple times by different generations in hopes to solve diplomatic problems, heal wounds from the war, and deal with trade quests. This, with a very light coin frame, has decreased its worth all over Sirithel. The fact remains that Aleoch Isles is more than capable in protecting its lands and its people, with the several structures on the lands and the 24 pillars, but the Armada is also still strong in Aleoch as well, and due to its unnatural wildlife and the overpopulation of beast races in Aleoch, it's hard to prepare for an assault on them. No matter their defensive might, Aleoch still wishes to mend wounds and build up relations with the other kingdoms. The problem is they are also trying to bond kingdoms with others, and this causes their relations to fail. The great powers of Aleoch. Here we go. The first one, a conventional, lawful good. Aleoch's armada is nothing to scoff at and is one of the strongest in Sirithel. Commanded by the current admiral Kujo Sukiori, the Aleoch armada is dangerous and stubborn. Kujo is relentless and persists, and it takes a lot for this admiral to give the command to retreat. For him, I use the Villain Codex pages 186 to 197, that information to be the now I know it's the Villain Codex, but I'm just changed them all to lawful good, and you're good. You're done. Just use the stats for the Villain Codex pages for the characters on those pages, but treat them as lawful good. And that's not the only time that that's going to happen. Conventional lawful neutral, number 2, the Fang Monastery, which is also the Villain Codex, page 102 to 113, resides on the Aleoch Isles and worships the guardian Jade Serpent, and under the command of the first Fang, they uphold the law of the land while secretly collecting as many Jade artifacts from the early years of the Aleoch rule, with the misguided understanding that with them they can bring back the hero of Aleoch and the Fallen Six to destroy the other kingdoms. Third conventional lawful neutral power in Aleoch is Oyankul, the Ageless Master, NPC Codex, page 111, a monk who claims to have lived since the days of Aleoch himself. Oyankul is a wise man who claims to hold a lot of knowledge about the Old Kingdom and the 13 heroes, but never offers to reveal any of it, nor will he if questioned. Oyankul still protects his land if forced to act, otherwise he can be found atop of one of the 24 pillars pondering the great questions of life. So he's just a significantly powerful individual. that is a very strong individual that will defend Aleoch Isles in case something goes wrong. And last but not least is a magical, lawful, neutral power called the Old Man, which is the Inner Sea Gods book, page 294 for his stats. He wanders the Aleoch Isles, spreading his wisdom and teaching as many as he can, all while tending to animals and gardens, proving there is still beauty in this world. Several have claimed his death, but yet he still lives and wanders the Isles, teaching and training those in need of it. So what that means is that what it means that several have claimed his death is that he's kind of the individual that will play the villain if needed to make somebody as strong as they must be, and so he will fight them and he will lose to them, but he will not actually lose. He's a bit of an immortal creature, and he'll do that. He will do whatever he can to train people to be the best that they can be, including having to be their villain. So yeah, this is just 4 conventional powers of the Aleoch Isles. Are not conventional, 3 conventionals, 1 magical. They are 4 major powers of the Aleoch Isles, which you can use as major story points, or story hooks, or quests, anything like that. You can use this knowledge however you want, but this is just a little bit more rounding out the Aleoch Isles Theocracy and giving a little bit more information to fill it out. To lore dump, essentially, to fill out as much information as I could. I plan to add more information to these pages, but I haven't gotten around to it because I haven't worked on this project in a really long time. But otherwise, I hope that you guys, if you stayed tuned to the end of this video, I hope you enjoyed this little video about the information on the Aleoch Isles Theocracy. I hope you use the Aleoch Isles Theocracy in your role plays. I hope you use my World of Sirithel in general. It's a lot of fun. I have more information coming out to round out more of Sirithel, more detailed information from more areas and so on and so forth. So look forward to that. Otherwise, I hope you guys, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a safe adventure. Bye.